Hi, my name is Layla Gordon, and today I'm going to be talking about colorism and its effects on black women and pop culture. Let's talk about really what colorism is. Colorism is a practice of discrimination by which those with lighter skin are treated more favorably than those with darker skin. Colorism often happens within the same race. So before I get into everything, let's talk about the history of colorism. Get into it, yo. So, colorism comes from the slave times. To freedom! As many things do, and it was based off the plantation owners raping their slaves. What? And a product of this slave rape would be a light-skinned child.
Whose goddamn white baby is that?
And it would be celebrated because the child would be seen closer to the white man and closer to their beauty standard. It started to create a division between the light skin and dark skin community because when this child would grow up, they would grow up as slaves, but they would have privilege.
That's suspicious.
They would be house slaves. The plantation master would make them work in the house and do more domestic tasks in the AC, like sweep or wash dishes or like take care of the children, while the dark-skinned slaves had to be out in the fields and had to work outside all day in the hot heat picking cotton. So I feel like this causes a lot of psychological damage and a lot of intergroup discrimination because the darker-skinned slaves felt some type of way about the lighter-skinned child. And I feel like the child being a product of slave rape just made it even worse because it became a trend for plantation masters to rape their slaves.
This is crazy.
To produce a light-skinned child.
I'm black.
As black?
I am black. I'm absolutely black.
Going further in history, the brown paper bag test is when they basically compared your skin to a brown paper bag. And if you were lighter than a brown paper bag, then you were able to go places. You were able to basically have more privilege than darker skinned people. And people that were darker than the brown paper bag test, they were treated differently. They were treated with more discrimination. And this led to skin bleaching, unfortunately. And there's more cases of this, I believe, in Africa, but I'm pretty sure it happened in the United States as well. Skin bleaching or skin lightening is basically when someone uses skin bleach to lighten their skin. It's a thing you have to do consistently.
You done lost your damn mind.
But that's what they preference to do in order to make them feel beautiful. And I'm really sorry to those women that felt that way. But as history continues, I feel like black people are a very important aspect of pop culture and what pop culture is today.
Look at this. We created this. This didn't exist before we were here.
And as we go through the history or the past of what pop culture is in the black community, there is a certain trend of colorism.
A real man wouldn't need any help, Martin.
Well, every man's not built like you, Pam.
In the 90s, the show Martin, you know the show that goes... Martin, that show, created by Martin Lawrence, it is about Martin and his girlfriend Gina. His girlfriend Gina is Tasha Campbell, and she happens to be light-skinned. And Gina's best friend in the show is played by Tashina Arnold, who happens to be darker skinned than her. And in the show, the character Tashina played was Pam. In the show, Pam was always treated rudely.
Would you prefer to be called Ms. or Mr.?
Simply because she was dark skinned. Pam's role in the show was really based off hatred.
It's me. The next time you come, you're gonna have to tie your camel up outside.
I feel like she was used as a butt of the joke a lot simply because she was a dark-skinned woman.
Yo, what's up, man? Can I speak to Pam? Oh, damn, my fault, Pam. I thought that was your brother.
And continuing in the pop culture aspect of colorism, in the movie Nina that came out recently, I believe a couple years back, it was about Nina Simone. Nina Simone was a civil rights activist. She was a dark-skinned, heavy-set civil rights activist. And they got Zoe Saldana to play Nina Simone. Many people were upset about the casting of Nina Simone. Zoe Saldana, she had to wear a prosthetic nose in order to make her nose as big as Nina Simone's. She had to color her skin, really. They colored her skin.
Funny. Yes, but not funny, haha. Funny, weird.
It's just been a constant thing that dark-skinned black women have it harder than light-skinned women. I feel like wrapping up everything with the history of colorism and with the pop culture references, I feel like colorism is something that is very serious. Lots of people do not recognize it, or they do not see it as an issue because no one stands up for dark-skinned black women. My name is Layla. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.